A lot of people, when they go and hit the bags, they treat it as a very primitive tool. They'll try to bash it, and instead they should look at the punching bag as a way to define the movement or refine the movement, right? And so I was giving them a lot of little pointers on what to do, not necessarily to give power, but how they can connect their movement with the bag so that they can feel their body moving and hitting the bags properly. Biomechanical feedback. And we also talked about how if you hit the bag a lot, eventually you might, sprain your wrist or fracture your hand a little bit because there's just so much impact. How to wrap the hand up. So we're going to take our basic hand wraps, and they come in different length. If you go to like Walmart or Kmart or Target, you'll find the cheap hand wrap. Mostly it's from Everlast, okay? And they're like the white cotton ones, and they're usually about 120 inches. The problem with those is that there's no elasticity in them, okay? So they're the normal hand wraps, and they're really cheap. They're not very good quality, and the stitching is really bad, and they end up falling apart, right? So you want to avoid those if you are planning to do it for a long time. They're just cheap cotton, and there's no give in them, right? And so you want to avoid those if you know this is something you're going to do for a long time. Hand wraps shouldn't be too expensive. They're anywhere from $5.99 for a pair to like $8.99, and they come in different lengths: 120 inches, 160, 180, 240, 260. Don't quote me on it, okay? Depending on the size of your hand. For most of us, I think 160, 180 should be fine. Okay, so a lot of the newer hand wraps now actually have this. They say this side down, so that helps a lot. So you would put on your hand wrap, and there's many different ways to wrap your hand, and after a while it's personal preference. But this is how I wrap it, and sometimes I would change it up. Okay, so this side down, this is my thumb, and I don't like it being pulled on my thumb. So what I do is I take my pinky and I hold on to it, right? So like that. And what I do is I'm gonna go around my wrist a couple times to get it going. Then I release my hand, my pinky. All right. So now once I'm here, sometime I'll come up to here, sometime I'll start from here, depending on what I feel that day. So today I'll just do my thumb. So I come to here, right, and then I come up to here to stabilize it, and then I'm gonna go up to my pinky, and I'm gonna go maybe 3 times. After a while, you know how many times to do it. I haven't wrapped in a long time, and I forget how long this is. So that's 3 times. I'm gonna come back down to here. Now notice that my hand, my fingers are always spread out because I do not want a lot of tension to be too tight. And also, you shouldn't be tight at all. You should be like snug, because once you start hitting the bag, the blood's pumping through your fist, and then your arm, your muscle gets bigger, your hands get bigger, and it's gonna be really tight. So you shouldn't be that tight. Okay, so after 3 times, I'm gonna come back to here. So a good reference point is this side, or by your thumb, and to not confuse yourself, have it pointing down. All right. So now from here, if it's too short, you just go through here. But it's long enough for me. I have small hands, so I'm gonna go 1 here and 1 here. Some people will do it here too, but I'm starting to run out of room. So from here now, I'm gonna come over here, and I'm gonna go over my knuckle again. Then I'm gonna come down here. I'm gonna clench my fist. And if I want to, because there's still a little length, I might come back here again, and then I might go back to here again, and then I'll finish up around my wrist. And this is what I want to do. I want to tighten it, clench my fist, and what you want to do is check the alignment to make sure it's good, and you're going to finish up. And what you want to do is you want to start a little bit above the wrist bone, and slowly come down on it. Okay. So I know I kind of went kind of fast, but that's what it feels like, and this should be tucked away. Now some people will have it, pulling. I personally don't like it. So this is away. I'll tuck it over here. Okay, so that's my glove. let's do the other side. So once again, same thing. Oh, I forgot to mention, the type of hand wrap you should get is called Mexican hand wraps, because apparently they're the style that has the elastic, you know, the spandex, the white claw in them, right? So if you just get the regular hand wraps, you get at Walmart, they're not going to have it unless, who knows, they might carry it. But what you're looking for is called Mexican hand wraps, okay? And the better quality one will have this printed on, cut the side down. And if it doesn't, just pay attention to how it's stitched, okay? Because that determines how it ends. And if you don't do it right, it's okay. You just twist at the end. It's no big deal. So here we go. So this side's down. So I'm gonna have it down. And I'm gonna start from here. Now, once again, you can start like this if you want. I personally don't like it pulled. Some people do. I personally don't like this because after a while, this gets ripped. So I try to save this. So I use either my index finger or my pinky to stabilize it. And then I do it, and then I let go. Okay, so I'm gonna start maybe one here, and then one around my wrist bone, and one past it. Okay, and then I'm gonna open up my fingers. And now our reference point is on this side of the thumb. Okay. Oop, I forgot to do my thumb. So I can either do this or my thumb, it doesn't matter. Okay. And like I said, there's like probably a dozen ways of doing this. Back to here. This point. Then I'm going to start from my pinky. I'm going to go over. And depending on your size and the length, it might be 3 times, it might be 5 times. You figure it out. And it should be over your knuckle, right? So like that. So I'm going to spread. Make sure you keep it spread at all time. 2, 3. Okay, now from here, I'm going to come back, and I'm going to start everything from here. Okay, and it's long enough, so I might do one here, 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 or I might just do one here. Okay, depending. So I'm just going to come back to my wrist bone. I'm going to go one here. One here. And because I have small hand, I might do one here. Okay, now you see how there's a webbing? It comes out. So we need to bring everything in, and we also make sure that it doesn't come out. So we need to anchor that down. So what we're going to do now, we'll come back to here, and we anchor that down. Okay? And now, if there's enough room or enough tape, and you feel like you don't want to finish up your wrist, you can do one back here. Okay? Clench your fist. You can finish from here, or you can finish from here. It doesn't really matter. You figure it out if you want. Okay. So I am going to finish it from here because this side, my wrist is not very strong. And so you want to start a little bit above the wrist bone, and you want to slowly, gradually bring it down. And if I want to, I can come back up a little bit. Okay, and when you finish, that's when you clench your fist. Okay, so I forgot to mention that. So I clench my fist, and that's when I start doing it. Okay, so it should feel pretty good in the sense that it kind of pulls everything in. It's not too tight. Your wrist is stabilized. Your knuckle is covered. There's nothing kind of peeling out. Like, you see how there's not a lot of slack coming out, okay? So what happened, I was doing judo. This is like when I was like maybe a yellow belt in judo. And I was also doing Muay Thai at the same time. And I washed my hand wrap with my judo gi, right? And what happened was the dye on these hand wraps just keeps on bleeding for the first maybe 10 wash. And what happened was it bleed into my white judo uniform. And for about 2 months, my judo uniform, I was wearing a pink judo uniform, and everyone was laughing. And I did judo in Toronto at the YMCA, and it was kind of embarrassing. Like we did it in the basketball court area, so we would lay down the mat, and above the basketball court was where people ran, indoor track. And I was the only guy wearing a pink shoe. And people just laughed at me and made fun of me. Anyways, it's no big deal. After 2 months, it started fading away. But that's another thing. These things should be washed by themselves as they will be. Okay, now, who knows? Things might have changed now. We might have big hand wrap where the dyes color fast. And back in the days when I was training almost 25 years ago, the hand wrap I used was probably really cheap. And it just all over. So that's another thing we want to do. Wash the hand wrap.